Good evening, Goffstown, and welcome to Goffstown, New Hampshire, the high school and the Grizzly Den, where the Lady Grizzlies are taking on Nashua North. And I'm Bob Bartolucci. I'm here with Rob Foreman.
Hi, Bob.
And Rob, we're looking for a pretty exciting, nothing better than Friday night basketball in the Goffstown.
Can't beat it. Nice mild winter night, so no snow to deal with. We're happy to see the Grizzlies back home.
That's right. It is good to have them back home. And so we got a couple of, well, this is an interesting team tonight. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Nashua North? I know they're not the power of the division, but
yeah, I think they're coming into the game. They're 0-5. They're a young team. I looked. Looks like 3 seniors. Got three freshmen on the roster for the varsity. 5 sophomores and a junior. So I would imagine they're getting some of these younger kids some time. I think you'll see the Grizzlies are going to be a little bit taller, more physical, quicker. They're going to want to play their brand of basketball. So, as much as I know at Nashua North, their leading scorer is Aiden Walker. She's averaging about 13 a game. So we'll keep our eye on her.
Well, the other thing is you got to be careful that we don't look past this game, because I think there's a tendency that girls might do that. With a couple of big games coming up, especially Bedford next
weekend, yeah.
So, take care of business tonight, and we should have a good shot here, and I think it's just about them playing their game.
And you had a chance to go up to Concord to see that game.
Tell us a little bit. I was excited that I was able to get away from work a little early, shoot up Tuesday night to get up to Concord and watch them play up the Concord High, and thought they put in a pretty solid performance. They had their moments where they kind of let Concord back in. Concord was a big team. Mm-hmm. I felt they were a little physical. But again, you have, Ava Winterburn was taking care of business under the basket. And again, those 8 to 10 foot shots. And they didn't have an answer for her. And I think we've been lucky this year because nobody really has.
Right.
We had Ava Ruggiero in there getting the rebounds. I thought Maggie Sasso had a good game too. So it actually was a pretty good night. It was an entertaining game, just like these games are. And I really, love to see a lot of fans come out. Looks like we got a decent crowd tonight.
Yeah. Yeah, you want to take through some starting lineups. We're going to do some introductions here. We'll do some starting lineups.
We're going to have a couple of new segments coming up, so Rob and I are kind of excited working with the crew back at the...
Yeah, it's not possible without the GTV crew. Dave's back in the studio, Jen and Micah on the cameras, and they're taking all of our requests right now. We keep saying we want more.
Yeah, well, hey, we listen to the fans. The fans are telling us they want more.
The people watching all over. They're in New Jersey. They're everywhere.
The people want more, so
yeah.
We're going to give them more. We're going to have a Coach's Corner segment at the end of the game. When we do interviews, we name that segment The Rose Between Two Thorns. So you will see interviews now that will be a little bit different. So hopefully we'll just keep getting better and better at this. Right now they're doing the introductions, of course, for Nashua North, the starting lineup, and Rob will go through that and go ahead.
Yeah, looks like trying to catch the last one as she comes out. So we got number 3, St. Pierre, 10 is Walker, 12 McInerney, 13 King, and 14 Cardin. Bob, if you want to take our Grizz, I think it's a familiar lineup.
Of course, with our Goffstown Grizzlies, we're going to have, that's right, the familiar lineup. Leading off, of course, the leading scorer, actually leading scorer in the entire league, Miss Ava Winterburn. She comes in, of course, as a senior. And then you're going to have her sister, Meredith Winterburn, coming in. And I'll tell you, when the Winterburn sisters are on and kind of playing in sync, they're pretty much an unstoppable duo. And then we have Ava Vaughn, the girl who's not afraid to hit the floor.
No.
And do whatever it takes to get that ball. Then we got Maggie Sasso, and she's the controlling influence on the team. And then, of course, our little spark plug, pit bull, Ava Ruggiero, is number 3.
Standing at 6'5" tonight, she said.
That's right. Yeah. She wants to. She keeps having these growth spurts. I don't know how her parents keep up with the clothes. So we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the tip-off. And good evening, Goffstown. Welcome back to the Grizzly Den with the Lady Grizzlies. We'll be playing against Nashua North. And we're looking forward to a pretty exciting evening of basketball here. And we'll have the opening tip-off. And what are we looking for tonight from our girls, the Grizzlies?
Yeah, I think the script remains the same. We want to push the ball. We want to play in transition. We're a quick team. We're tall. We have size. We want to feed Winterburn about 8 to 10 feet. We've talked about that sweet spot. I think it's the help defense, controlling the boards. And like you said earlier, the opponent might not be at the level of some of the top teams in the division, but you can't look past them. You got to play hard.
Yep. I mean, because I'm sure they're going to be here trying to win this game.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you what the first thing I notice is the huge size difference. No offense to anybody in Nashua who might be watching this, but it looks like we're playing a bunch of 8th graders now. We're towering over them.
Ruggiero actually looks 6'5" tonight.
That's true. Ava, you're not the smallest person on the court tonight, for sure.
The Winterburn with that first basket gets the Grizzlies going.
Aiden Walker tried to go underneath, and she lost the ball. Ruggiero throws it long to Ava Winterburn, and Winterburn sinks another one right under the basket. So McInerney will be taking it out, and she passes over to King. Oh, no, that's Walker. Now to Carden. Over to McInerney. And you got Meredith Winterburn all over King. King tries to work it around. Back out to Walker. And Nashua just trying to get in underneath, and Goffstown's just not going to let him penetrate. Quite frankly, I don't see how they're going to be able to do it at the size difference.
They're content with running some clock off and working for a good shot.
Trying to keep it a low-scoring game because they're not going to win in the shootout.
No.
Maggie Sassow feeds.
Sassow's back tonight.
Sassow. Maggie Sassow. See, you got me thinking of it earlier. He was making fun of me because a couple weeks ago I couldn't get her name right. But she feeds Ava Winterburn underneath. Maggie again, over to Ava Ruggiero. Ruggiero's hits the sweet spot. Ooh, just missed off the rim. Keep shooting, Ruggiero. You'll get him. So they're going to call a foul on Winterburn for a block on Grace Carden. So Nashua North's going to be inbounding this. And King sends it into St. Pierre. St. Pierre is working it down. Up top to Walker. Walker's taking a long three.
Deep.
Oh, that went in.
Yeah.
It's a three. Three for Aiden Walker, the leading scorer for Nashua.
Yeah, she's averaging just over 13 a game, so it looks like she wants to pull up deep and take those threes.
Well, they're going to have very bad luck, I think, trying to
push it inside.
Penetrate inside with
Ruggiero with a three-point attempt.
And that was picked up by Carden. Sends it into McInerney. McInerney tried to go in for the layup, and Winterburn wasn't going to let her do it.
Just like you said, it's going to be a challenge to get the ball inside. So I think the perimeter passing and look for somebody like Walker to get a three-pointer deep.
Yeah, and they're going to try to keep it low scoring.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know the varsity isn't necessarily an indication with the JV, but we watched the JV game earlier, and JV Nashua North was only able to put up like 9 points. 12 points, I think, in the entire game. I know. It was halfway through the second quarter, and they still only had 1 point.
Yeah, it was 15-1
on a free throw. Yeah. So right now we got working around the perimeter is Walker now with the ball. And she's obviously the one you got to watch. Over to King. King back to Walker. Walker again trying to get past Meredith Winterburn. Meredith is not going to let her get in. Carden tries to work it around to McInerney. McInerney back to Walker. Both Winterburns double team and pair off her. Keep her to the outside. St. Pierre tries to get the ball over to Carden, but kind of threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, good attempt by
Ruggiero, though.
Yeah, good attempt for her to try to break into that passing lane.
So Nashua North's going to take a timeout here, and you can see Nashua North's going to have a struggle tonight.
Yeah, and they're content just working some clock down, looking for a good shot. They don't want to get in track meet with the Grizzlies tonight. I think they're going to lose that. They're going to lose the inside game as well.
Right, and they're not going to be able to score at the same pace. On the other hand, though, the Grizzlies, you would think they would have a couple of more baskets. I mean, we're only up 6-3,
right.
So we're one 3-point shot away from having this game be a tie.
Yeah.
You'd like to see the girls control it a little bit more and put up a few more points, and then maybe we can start working in some of the bench players tonight, and they'll get some time on the court.
Yeah, and hopefully Coach Largy just in the huddle told them, take some chances on defense, jump into those passing lanes, get a deflection, because if we do get a loose ball or steal, let's go to the races.
That's right. Ooh, and Aiden Walker took another 3 and just missed getting that. So Ruggiero now is going to work it down outside to Ava Winterburn. Tries for the 3, missed it, but she ran over and got her own rebound, top of the key.
Oh.
And Vaughn was going to go for a 3, but she got slapped down by Aiden Walker, to Vaughn's surprise.
Yes.
But it was a good defensive play.
Good hustle by Walker to get to the corner.
It was. So Ruggiero's going to inbound this, and she's looking for Maggie Sasso. And Maggie put it up. Travel?
No, Meredith with the reach there. You just got her hands on the back.
Yeah. Foul. Huh? Yeah. So, yeah, against Summer St. Pierre. So St. Pierre is going to inbound this. She inbounds it deep for King. King works it over to Walker. Walker again is trying to penetrate, and Maggie ain't going to let her in. Oh, she stepped on the line.
Yeah.
And that's, again, because Goffstown Grizzlies are doing a good job keeping
they're
the
pushing
outside.
them on the perimeter.
They're kind of pushing them to the perimeter and not giving them any space at all to work it in. So Maggie inbound this to Ruggiero. And Ava's going to work her way down. This is what I like. This is what Goffstown needs to do. Just slow it down on the offense. Ruggiero outlets it to Vaughn. Vaughn tries to go through a couple of players. Almost lost it, but held on to it.
They look a little confused on that possession.
Yep. So King over to Walker. Walker's tried to go in. She actually got in, and she got a basket. So, 8-5.
Yeah, Walker's got all 5 for Nashua.
Ruggiero out to Maggie. Oh. I think it was Walker on that.
That is Walker, her first.
So reaching in on Ruggiero.
Yeah, because of the size difference, Nashua's packed into a zone. This is a chance where you got to really pass the ball around the perimeter, look to drive to the basket.
And Goffstown's going to have plenty of openings. They can pass pretty much anybody and kind of spread the scoring out tonight.
Yep.
You'd like to see them be able to do that. Here's St. Pierre. She was going to go for 2, and then she worked it to a better angle. She just missed. Meredith Winterburn over to Ava.
Good kick back.
And then over to Ruggiero, tries to do a layup, but just missed. Vaughn underneath, but she was
that's going to be 2 on Walker.
2 on Walker. So that's her
one way to
already.
cool her off is to get her in foul trouble, unfortunately, yeah.
So she's going to get pulled out by Kayla Dahl.
Ava Winterburn, jump shot from about 10 away and gets fouled.
So Ava's going to go to the line. Winterburn puts the first one up, right in, no problem. And now in for North is Gauthier. And she took out Grace Carden. So Rachel Gauthier makes her first appearance in the game. Ava takes her second shot. And again, right in, nothing but net. Gauthier inbounds this over to Dahl. Dahl out to King. Over to McInerney. McInerney's looking around the perimeter. Dahl tried to go in, broken up by Ruggiero. Again, Goffstown is just sort of putting up a wall there. And But you could really, if you're looking on TV, you could really see the size difference.
Every position, yeah.
There isn't that one really tall player out there for Nashua North. And when you're sitting here, I mean, we're pretty much towering over them.
Yeah. That's Meredith. Meredith Winterburn picks up her second foul, so that'll bring Penny Annis into the game.
Yeah. I mean, when I look out there and see Ava Ruggiero looking down at her competitors, you're playing against a vertically challenged team.
Short team.
No, we don't use the word short. We say vertically challenged.
Okay.
Come on, we're living in woke America. I mean, in America. Okay, so McInerney tries to inbound this.
Winterburn was just waiting for that one.
That was a little too telegraphed as she tried to inbound it to King.
That gives her 10 of the first 12.
So Winterburn just went in for an easy layup. Now Winterburn's blocking King from coming in. King over to St. Pierre. St. Pierre's looking around. They got Penny Annis all over her. Again, that's another tall player. So
yeah, Meredith goes out and they get taller by bringing Penny in.
I know. That's what I was just going to say. It's traded height for more height.
Yeah.
So St.
Good
Pierre's
problem to have.
Again, I'm encouraged with Grizzlies on defense. They're just literally keeping them outside the circle altogether. They're going to be forced to do nothing but shoot for threes. And Dahl does, and she hit it. She hit a three. So you know that because of a couple threes that they've got, they're still staying in
the game. Yeah.
Goffstown hasn't really established offensively, although they look like they're in control. But Maggie tried to hit an outside three and just missed off the rim in and out of the bucket. So you got King working her way down over to Dahl, who's going to shoot another three and just missed that. Caroline Foreman gets the rebound over to Ruggiero. Ruggiero works it down low for Ava Winterburn, and there is a foul here.
Looks like on
Number 2,
Dahl.
which is Kayla Dahl. So Ruggiero's going to inbound this because that was not a shooting foul. Over to Maggie. Back to Ruggiero, who shoots the three and hits it. Nothing but net there. So it's 15-8. Dahl's now working it down for Nashua. On the top of the circle. Over to McInerney. McInerney back to Dahl. Dahl's squirted in the inside around Ruggiero and hit another basket. 15-10. Ruggiero's working it down the court over to Maggie Sasso.
Oh, great pass.
And Ava Winterburn just fed Penny right underneath. And we were talking about that the other night, about, Ava finding her open player. And she's very good at doing that. She's not taking all the shots herself, so that's good.
Yeah, and good for Penny for being ready, because sometimes it's easy to watch a superstar continue to shoot.
Right.
Penny was ready. Hands in place. I'm ready. Let's score.
Yep. So they tried to go into feed Ava Winterburn on that fast break. And that's starting to come to be one of the Goffstown calling cards, is that fast break. Ava Ruggiero tried to shoot a long three, but Winterburn's right under the basket to get the rebound and basically way above everybody else.
Yeah.
And Dahl sends it over to McInerney, over to Gauthier. Gauthier feeds it into King. King's trying to go around Caroline Foreman, couldn't do it, just chucked it up, went over. Again, Maggie leads Ava Winterburn for another easy layup.
Right before the buzzer.
Yep. And that's the end of the first quarter, so it's 21-10. There was a little spurt there at the end where we got a few quick baskets to kind of establish a lead. And it looks comfortable, but it actually feels a little bit closer. But I think we're completely dominating really the game.
Yeah, I think I think Nashua's game plan was, let's slow the ball down. If we can hit some threes early on, it keeps it close. Let's keep Goffstown from running back and forth, because as you can see, the outlet pass goes to Ava Winterburn down the floor. No one's catching it.
Right.
She's getting down the floor, and she's a head and shoulders above everybody else. So that game plan has been true since day one, and they're going to continue to do that. So I think, I can't hear everything he's saying, but they're going to try to double team Ava Winterburn at some point, I'm sure, and make her find her teammates.
Right, and I don't think she'll have a problem doing it.
I don't either.
I think it's really the size thing. I mean, Nashua looks quick. I mean, they look like they're, not to put them down. I think they're struggling to get anything in, but they just can't get inside.
No.
When they get a good look, they've hit a couple of baskets.
Dahl had that nice little baseline jump shot.
Yep. So I mean, they can hit the baskets, but I mean this. I don't know if I've seen a size difference like this.
It's been a long
time. So King's working it down into Dahl. Back to King. King's going to take a 3, and it went right off the rim. They start hitting a couple of those. It'll be scary. Maggie works it into Ava Winterburn over to Ruggiero, back out to Winterburn out front. And, of course, again, the height. Ruggiero did the right thing, just threw it up high, and basically Ava's a good foot on some of these girls.
Absolutely.
So you got Walker back in. She had the layup, but she threw it to the outside to King, and King kind of missed everything there. So Winterburn's going to work back in, feeds out to Caroline Foreman for a 3. Caroline Foreman hits a 3 from the top of the circle, just the outside of the circle. Walker's going to inbound this. So Walker inbounded over to Carden. Garden's trying to work around Penny Annis. Rebound over to Ava Winterburn, who feeds Ruggiero down low. Ruggiero inside to Maggie. Maggie gets bounced out. Winterburn has it. Over to Caroline Foreman for the same shot from 3.
Yeah, almost
just
the same exact spot. Great job by Ruggiero inside.
Yep, she came up underneath and just hit the bottom of the rim. Ruggiero feels a little snake bit because she's been having some hard time with some layups lately, but
I tell you what, she never quits.
Nah, she does everything else right, so you don't have to worry about it. So Walker now has got the ball, trying to work it back in, and basically she's going to take a long 3, and she hit it again. So 26-13. Maggie works her way down the court now. Maggie Sassow over to Ava.
It looks like the Grizzlies will check in Morgan Dodge and Meredith Winterburn will return, replacing Sasso and Ava Winterburn.
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier tonight because we had that game against Salem with the Mostows on there. And there were 2 Mostows, and I kept going. When I got the Sassow, now you got it in my head. And it's like a song that keeps
going to have to break it. Just call her Maggie. Maggie.
I was earlier. All right, Meredith Winterburn's working it down the court, right down the. She's taking all the way down. Yeah, that's.
She was in perfect position for that charge.
Yeah. So.
And that's 3 on Meredith, so that's a big foul there.
Yep. So.
Yeah, kudos to her. I mean, she was set up perfect for that charge.
She was.
Yeah.
And Meredith's not very happy because she's got to come out. So Vaughn is back in. So we're going to have Walker inbound this. And this is over to King. King feeds St. Pierre, who tries to get around Dodge. Kicked it back out to Carden. And Angie King took the shot, but it went off the rim. Then it went out of bounds. Now.
Dodge and Ruggiero fighting for the rebound.
Yeah. So Walker's going to inbound this again. And she's got to go deep, throwing it out to Carden. But Annis is on her, keeping her to the outside. Walker went right down the middle, but a little too much on that one. Ava Ruggiero now with the ball. Feeds Dodge on the outside. Dodge hits a 3. That's good to see Morgan get on the board here. And Ruggiero had a good block on Walker. And it went off Ruggiero, but very aggressive on that, so that's good.
Peyton Duff checks in for Foreman.
So Summer St. Pierre inbounds this. Tried to get it out to McInerney. Now it's over to Walker. Walker's on the top of the key. And she's kind of looking around, but she's having a hard time getting around Ruggiero. Ruggiero blocked that shot. Ruggiero's now got the ball, working it down over to Penny Annis. Penny back out to Ruggiero, who kicks it over to Morgan Dodge, over to Vaughn. Vaughn's going to come underneath. Little fight for it, but back out to Dodge, to Ruggiero.
Good
Ruggiero
look
feeds
inside.
Penny right underneath the basket. I like how Penny put it right up.
Yeah. It was a good job by the Grizzlies. They had the ball in the corner and a couple passes, a swing, and pounded inside.
So McInerney worked it out with Ruggiero all over to Walker. Now it's back to King. Again, it can only work outside the perimeter because they're not getting in underneath really at all.
No.
So the Grizzlies are shutting them down. St. Pierre takes a long three over Penny Annis, which isn't easy to do.
No. Some long
just
arms.
Missed. Vaughn to dodge to
Ruggiero
Ava
deep.
Ruggiero with a long, deep three.
Vaughn in the right
Vaughn
place.
in there. It got the rebound twice, and Vaughn put it up. And that's again, that's where Nashua is going to show up, that they just don't have a chance of getting some of these rebounds.
Yeah.
So Maggie Sasso and Eva Winterburn, it looks like, are coming back in.
Yep.
So there's a 60-second timeout on this.
Yeah, here's Vaughn on the replay here. A couple rebounds. She always talks about, likes to do that dirty work inside, so giving Grizzlies an extra chance.
And she hasn't been on the floor yet tonight.
Not
so
yet.
That's pretty good.
The game is still young.
That's right. The game is young. And it's not a Grizzly game until
Vaughn.
Ava Vaughn's rolling around on the floor at some point.
Yeah, and I think Nashua's going to continue to work that perimeter, look for some shots. I've been impressed with Walker. She's a sophomore. A couple behind-the-back dribbles, nice outside shot. I don't know that the supporting cast is at the same level where she is yet. They're young, but I think they want to run the offense through her, and hopefully we can zone in on her and make somebody else beat you.
Right. The other one I'm impressed with Nashua is that Natalie McInerney.
Yeah.
She seems to be she's taken a few shots that weren't really that close, but as far as handling the ball, dribbling and stuff, she seems like she's pretty good and got a handle on that. So for the Grizzlies, we have Duff, Dodge, Maggie Sasso.
Stop.
Ava Winterburn and Ava Vaughn. Yeah, Maggie's going to get mad at me if I keep doing that. So you got Walker here up top. Again, trying to work it in. The Grizzlies aren't going to let them in. You got Dodge. Dodge kind of bumped into Grace
a little
Carden
too close.
A little too aggressive.
And that's the hard part, you're playing defense, and they're content with moving the ball back and forth. You can't fall asleep, you can't get lazy, and that's just what happened with Morgan there.
Right. Here's King over to Walker, who takes a long three. Oh, man, that was in and out. Maggie's looking to feed Duff.
Good look.
Duff went down underneath, and the ball was literally pulled away from her by St. Pierre. A good defensive play there. Over to Natalie McInerney. McInerney back to St. Pierre. St. Pierre went around Duff, tried to do a layup and just missed. Vaughn's got the rebound, working it down the court.
Oh, good tip. Wow, a lot of contact
Vaughn
there.
went in, and they're calling Vaughn for a charge.
No, I think he caught a block,
Did he?
actually. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know what, Foreman? You're pretty good. So Vaughn will go to the line.
I'm sure you were shielded by all those bright lights focused on
Oh,
you.
that's it. I understand it. But you know what? Vaughn went to the floor, so we finally
She
saw
did,
it.
so mark that in the scorebook.
That was in and out on Ava. So Ava Ruggiero works her way back into the game, along with Gemma Panarin. Vaughn with the second shot, and she hits that one, makes that one good. It's now 32-13 Grizzlies. St. Pierre works it up to King. King's coming down looking for Walker, feeds the ball right to Walker. And Gauthier got around into St. Pierre. Now they're back on the outside again.
Good ball movement.
Takes a long three, and she hit it. So 32-16 Grizzlies. Maggie Sasso works it down to Ava Ruggiero, over to Panarin.
Good
Panarin
take to the
goes into
basket.
layup. That was a nice pass and layup by Gemma. So now Angie King's working it back down the court. Over to St. Pierre. St. Pierre spins it around. Over to Carden. Tries to go back to St. Pierre. Tipped by Winterburn, but St. Pierre kept it in, and she goes in for the layup right around Maggie.
Yeah, so now they've proved us wrong because a couple of times here they've gone to the basket.
That's true. They were able to get in. So not the same defensive wall.
Yeah.
Ruggiero out to Winterburn for
Deep.
a long three, and she hit
That was
but net.
NBA three-pointer.
That was almost a 4.
She was almost at the table here.
Yeah, she was right here in front of us. We could almost reach
Well,
her.
she's getting used to wearing that post-game headset.
That's true. Walker now over to St. Pierre, who then goes in around Gemma Panarin. She got her own
Good
rebound
fight.
around Vaughn and St. Pierre. And Panarin. Ruggiero's coming back in. Oh, she's trying to feed Maggie up top, but was intercepted by Walker. Walker to Carden. Carden takes a long 3. That went off the rim, not missed by much. Gemma Panarin to Vaughn, to Ruggiero, to Maggie. Oh, just off the rim. Winterburn keeps it in, back to Maggie. Now,
Good look.
Yep. That was a beautiful pass. At first I was going to say Maggie should have put it up.
I was actually going to say the same thing. Maggie, why didn't you shoot that? You had it, but
she knew better than us.
Yeah, that was a
It's not a
great
big
pass.
surprise there.
She had a better angle than us.
Yep. She went right to Vaughn, and Vaughn put it up. That was nice. Walker then goes underneath. Just missed. Ooh.
Ava goes to the floor again. So
Yeah, she almost came down on top of Gemma.
yeah.
All right. So Dahl and Gauthier working their way back into the game, taking out McInerney and Carden. And now we got Penny coming back into the game for Panarin. So Penny Annis is back in. Walker inbounds this. Goffstown picks it up. Oh, what a beautiful feed.
Yeah. She almost got a quick steal, too.
Oh, Winterburn's going to get her 3rd foul.
That's 2 on her. Meredith's got 3.
That's her. Okay.
Yeah, that's a hustle foul. Yeah, she saw an opportunity for a quick steal there, but got caught.
So Dahl inbound this to King. Over to Walker. And there's only 2 seconds left in the quarter, so Walker's not going to get it up.
Yeah, didn't get it off.
So the first half is 41-20, and you got pretty much Goffstown's been in control the whole time. Maybe a couple little breakdowns, but also we're switching it up a lot and putting a lot of players out there.
Yeah, so I think that'll be the plan moving forward. I got to give credit to this Nashua team. They're young, but they stuck to the game plan, which is move the ball around the perimeter, take what they're going to give you. Maybe it's a three-pointer, but those last few possessions, they got the ball inside. They got some really good shots.
Yeah. Well, when they're able to get the penetration, and like we said earlier, they seem to be pretty good and able to put the basket in.
I agree.
Unlike the last game we did last week.
Sure.
And basically Memorial was just snake bit and couldn't hit anything. Nashua, when they're getting the opportunity, the shots are good, but they're just not getting as many.
Yeah, they've had 4 3-pointers, so that opens things up. Now you got to extend your defense, which of course is going to open up the inside a little bit.
Yeah, so we're doing a good job. So we're going to take a quick break here for halftime, and we'll be right back with exciting second half action from the Grizzly Den in Goffstown.
watching Grizzly Basketball.
evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Grizzly Den, where you're just in time for second half action. The Lady Grizzlies are ahead 41-20. And Maggie says, so feeds Ava Winterburn. You almost had her do it again. Stop doing this to me, Foreman. Ruggiero underneath with the ball. Over to Maggie.
Sasso.
Sasso takes a long three. Just off the rim. Vaughn and Winterburn combine to get the rebound. Vaughn steps outside to take another three. Just missed. Off Ava Winterburn. And she dove to try to keep that in, but it went over to King.
Well, plenty of shots on that opening possession.
Yeah, and that one basket.
None of them fell. Oh, Ruggiero with the steal. Oh, look at this.
And Winterburn with like a breakaway.
Oh, wow. I hope we get this replay. I mean, Ruggiero's on the ground with the strip, tips it over to Ava for that layup. That was awesome.
Yep. Now you got Walker working her way in. She goes around Ruggiero, tries to do a layup, and Vaughn's going to probably screw a foul on. Ooh, it's on Ruggiero.
Only her first.
Okay.
Ava came over before the game, and she looks at my little stat sheet here and says, that's a lot to keep track of. And I said, it's always a good night if I don't have to mark you down for too many fouls.
Well, on the other hand, she takes pride in those fouls.
She does. She gets her money's worth.
That's true. And Walker takes a foul shot and sinks the first one, so it's 43-21. Lead for Goffstown 22, and Walker puts the second one up. So
it gives her 7.
22.
Yeah, just to recap the first half, Ava Winterburn had 21 in the first half. Pretty even scoring, 21 points, 20 points in the second quarter for us.
Winterburn's taking a long three. That went over
again.
everything. Ruggiero tries to lay it up underneath. I told Ruggiero she should, get away from the layups and just start dunking.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at trying to change that strategy so she can start dunking. Oh, she's 6'5". She should be able to pull a couple off now.
She doesn't need the trampoline anymore.
That's true. So King over to Carden to the outside, kicks it out to Walker. Walker's trying to get in. Again, Goffstown's going to form that wall now that worked pretty effectively in the first half to try to keep them to the outside in perimeter shots.
Oh,
King
close.
went over to Carden. It was almost stolen
Still
by
in play
Ruggiero.
here.
It's in play because it went off the ref. Ruggiero throws it high to Winterburn, but it was just a little too deep. Winterburn tried to grab over to Meredith. Meredith then takes a deep two, and she hit it in.
Well, Ruggiero threw that up high, huh?
Yeah.
Like alley-oop, go dunk it.
That's true. And that's what you do against
well, he's got that length, yeah.
Smaller team. So McInerney now has got the ball, and she's got Ruggiero on her. And now it went over to Walker, and Ruggiero's still on her. Ruggiero just covers everybody.
She does.
So you got Meredith Winterburn on top against McInerney. Oh, tried to go to Walker. Ruggiero almost stole it and had a clean breakaway. Walker got the ball back.
Good look
she
inside.
Feeds McInerney underneath. So there's a foul here. And again on Ruggiero. So Ruggiero's making up for lost time.
Yeah.
So Ruggiero's probably going to come out for because Morgan Dodge is going to make her way back into the game. So 2 quick fouls here for Eva Ruggiero. You don't want her working her way out of the game.
Yeah, like I said in the first half, North is going back and forth on this perimeter passing. You can't fall asleep. They had somebody wide open underneath. So clearly a defensive breakdown.
So McInerney took 2 shots and missed them both. Meredith Winterburn feeds Dodge down low. Ava back to her sister Meredith. Over to Maggie, feeds Vaughn underneath. Vaughn hits the ground, but she also took out Walker.
That'd be 3 on Walker.
There's part of me that's surprised because Vaughn basically, I thought, hip checked her pretty much.
Yeah, she's one. If there's going to be contact, she's going to win that battle.
Yeah, most of the time. Oh, Vaughn take the 3, almost got it.
Oh, Sasso.
Sasso underneath.
Winterburn cleans it up.
Cleaned it up, yep. But Sasso did good underneath grabbing that. So McInerney now works it out to Walker. Walker's trying to go around Maggie. Feeds over to King, to Carden. Back out to Walker. Walker's got Ava Winterburn all over her, and
A miscommunication
yeah,
there.
St. Pierre zigged when she should have zagged and
Yeah,
missed
exactly.
the ball.
Yeah.
So I don't know. The coach is
he's-
whining about something.
3-second calls.
So Meredith Winterburn inbounds this for Maggie. Maggie goes
Ava
deep
wide
to Vaughn
open.
underneath. He was hit away by McInerney, but Meredith Winterburn goes in there, and now Ava jumps right in. They're like
Got scrappy in there.
real physical here.
Sir.
So McInerney and Ava Winterburn.
So they're getting warnings to both teams there. Little scrappy underneath. It looked like Ava Winterburn jumped on top.
So Ava Winterburn comes out. Nashua coach is not happy.
Oh, not happy at all.
I think he's kind of blowing it out of proportion here. He's down by 25.
Yeah.
Just relax. So King's going to inbound this. She's going to inbound this to St. Pierre. And I don't know. I think the Nashua coach has got to take a little pill and chill here.
Yeah, he had a lot to say, but I'm not sure he had a clear case.
Yeah. I'm not sure he's saying anything important.
So, sometimes coaches will try to get one of these moments where their team can build off some energy. He was giving the business to the official, and maybe the team builds off and hits a 3 here.
But she didn't.
Can't cut under the airborne shooter.
I'm not sure he's going to make it much longer.
Yeah, hopefully not. Dodge takes a long 3, but Maggie's right there to get it. Tries to put it up. Vaughn now fights for the rebound against.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a jump ball here. The coach isn't happy about that either.
A lot of missed shots inside by the Grizzlies.
So going to Meredith Winterburn inbound this. Do you know how much energy it takes for me to not say anything?
You're doing.
I thrive on conflict. Anyhow, King now has the ball. Works it over to Walker. So Walker made a nice play around Dodge
good spin.
and then throws up a layup. So that's a pretty nice basket for Walker. 24-47.
Let me go. Let's go.
Sasso works it back into Dodge. Dodge out side. Throws it inside to Vaughn. Out. Maggie takes a long 3 just off the rim. Vaughn's got the ball.
Yeah, you can feel the game getting tense. I mean, a lot of screaming, yelling. Chance to slow it down, calm down, play your game.
It's getting physical now because I think Nashua's a little frustrated.
Yeah, they're going to have to change something to get
And
back
the
in the
coach
game.
is winding them up.
Yeah.
So Foreman's going to come back in the game. Oh, McInerney made a good play under the basket, collecting a rebound as she went to go put up the shot. I think Morgan Dodge hit her arm a little bit.
Her second.
So we got Foreman and Ruggiero coming back into the game for the Grizzlies. And you have Dahl, and I believe that's Gauthier coming back in for...
Yes.
So McInerney takes a foul shot and sunk that one. So 47-25, and Vaughn and Dodge will work their way out of the game. Ruggiero and Foreman are in. They're going to stay to the outside. McInerney's going to take the second shot. Got that right in. So Sasso inbound it to Ruggiero. Ruggiero over to Foreman. Over to underneath the Penny Annis, and there's going to be a foul here, I think, on St. Pierre. Oh, blue 10. 10. It's Walker?
That's Walker, her
I didn't even
fourth.
think she was over there.
I didn't either.
I don't know how Walker got that, to be
I don't
honest
know, but
with
that's her fourth.
you. And even Walker's stunned. She's standing
Yeah.
there going, I wasn't even there. And I don't think she was.
I don't think so either. I actually think you made the right call, and I don't want to admit that.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? St. Pierre to Dahl. Dahl works it around the Gauthier, back over to St. Pierre. And St. Pierre cuts around to the inside. Oh, almost laid one up, but missed. Foreman pulls down the rebound and feeds Meredith Winterburn over to Sasso to Ruggiero. Over to Meredith Winterburn is going for a 3. just outside. Yeah, Sesso
Good
and
look
Walker
inside.
fighting for the rebound. And Dahl comes down with it, smallest player on the court. Over to Walker. Walker again with a nice dribbling move to go around, but she drew a foul on Penny.
Penny kind of just stepped in and gave her a little business there.
Yeah, Walker's still talking to her coach about
Yeah,
that
look,
foul.
I don't know
that
that the coach even picked up that they called it on her.
Right. Well, he probably did, but it's her fourth, so
Yeah.
one more, she's out.
And it's too late to
late
go back in time.
That's true. But we could show the replay, and it wasn't her.
Yeah.
So Walker tries to lay one up underneath. Penny comes down with the rebound and feeds over to Ava Ruggiero. Ava Ruggiero back to Penny Ennis. Oh. And Dahl went in and grabbed it from her. Penny's got to, at her size, just hold it up, and she's not going to have them.
Yeah, as soon as you drop it below your waist, those small little hands are going to reach in.
Right, and grab it. So Gauthier fed Walker. Walker's now working her way back in underneath. Tried to go into Penny. I think she's going to draw another foul on Penny. That's her third, I think.
Two.
So Ava Winterburn's going to come back into the game. I don't think Ava Winterburn's too happy right now, so I don't know if this is going to be good for
No, I don't think so.
Nashua.
I think she's going to take the ball to the hole pretty hard.
I think she's fixing to put a spanking on Nashua now.
I agree.
So she's back in for Penny.
Well, first of all, she doesn't like to sit too long on the bench. Secondly, after that last altercation when she went out, I think she's amped up right now.
Yes, and I don't think she's too thrilled with the Nashua coach mopping off. So Winterburn gets it underneath, and
Yeah. Quick foul.
foul on Gauthier for Nashua again.
Yeah. Now, what I've
Winterburn.
noticed since that altercation earlier, the game's been called really tight here.
Yeah.
We're going to see a lot of free throws, but good job by the officials. You got to clean it up. You got to stop it.
Right.
Stop the reaching and the cheap
It's almost
shots.
it's almost like a hockey game. When
Yeah.
the players get a little chippy, they start calling penalties. Caroline Foreman underneath just put one up. Maggie fed her underneath.
She did a good angle to make that entry pass.
So Carden takes a long shot.
Sasso with the rebound.
Yes.
I'm working with you.
Sasso.
I'm your personal trainer.
I think I'm getting it. Oh, Winterburn tried to go in for a shot, and she was
Got banged.
ball hit down here by Carden. Oh, Gauthier again.
Yeah, her second.
So now Ruggiero's going to inbound this. Over to Ava Winterburn, back to Ruggiero. Ruggiero takes a
Drains
three
it.
and hits it. That's 2 threes for her.
Yeah,
Right?
she got 6 on the night. Good shot. Good inbound play.
Yep. And now Dahl's got the ball. Dahl takes a 3 and dismissed. Caroline Foreman with the rebound.
She's had quite
Over
a
to-
few rebounds
Over
tonight.
to Sasso. Sasso to Foreman to Ruggiero. Ooh,
Just a little too
Ruggiero
high that
tried
time.
Yeah, kind of threw it a little over Ava Winterburn, which is not always easy to do.
It's not. You got to really throw it up there.
Yeah.
We're under a minute here in the third.
And you have Dahl inbounding this to King. King now with the ball. Over to Walker, takes a long 3, and actually that looked good for a minute.
Yeah, it did.
But
See if the Grizzlies.
Sasso come down with the rebound over to Ava Winterburn, who tried for a 3 of her own. And Maggie drew a foul on Dahl.
Her second. Just 30 seconds. I was, that play before I was going to say, let's see if the Grizzlies work for one shot, but Winterburn got in the corner. She saw blood. She was shooting.
So you're going to have Ruggiero inbound this to Meredith Winterburn.
Wide open.
Meredith's taking a wide open 3, and she hit it. It's 2 for her, too, right?
Yes. No, that's just one. She got 5, though. 5 points on the game for her.
I thought she had 2 threes,
No.
no? So anyway, Walker out top, Ruggiero on her.
Under 10 here.
And Walker now takes a deep 3 off the rim.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So that ends the third quarter, 55 to 26. The Grizzlies are ahead. I think pretty much in control of the game, but of course it's started to get quite chippy there early in the third quarter.
It did.
I think some tempers started rising and frustration started setting in a little bit for Nashua, and there was some chippiness going on, and I don't think the Nashua coach hoped. But anyway.
No, and Nashua only scored 6 points that quarter, so tough time scoring. Only one basket. So Goffstown holding their own defensively, but again, this fourth quarter, you got to watch. They're going to be aggressive. Let's try to get a couple steals. And,
yep, they have nothing to lose.
Yeah. Just work the ball around and work it inside. So we'll see how this fourth quarter goes. I'm sure we'll get to see some of our bench, and we'll be able to share the ball offensively.
And of course, at this point too, I just want to make sure keep the game nice and clean, and avoid any injuries or unnecessary contact. We don't need that to happen in this game.
Yep.
So I think if hopefully what Coach Largy is telling him now is just don't do any sloppy giveaways.
Right.
Play control game and just work the clock.
Yep.
You got 8 minutes here, fourth quarter. Just there's no urgency for us to score.
Correct.
So we should just sort of focus on passing the ball around and setting up plays and just take the easy baskets when they come.
Exactly.
Meredith Winterburn's going to inbound this for Ava Ruggiero. Ruggiero back out to Meredith. Meredith, I think she was looking to feed her sister at first, but
There was some confusion there.
yeah, it went by everybody.
Meredith said her bad, so we'll go with it. My bad.
So now you got King working it down for Nashua, over to Dahl. Dahl works it to the outside, back to King. Again, the Grizzlies are forming that perimeter and zone defense to try to keep them out. Got Ava Winterburn all over Gauthier.
Good play.
It went off Winterburn,
Yep.
so Nashua will maintain possession as they inbound this. Gauthier's going to try to inbound.
Goes
it
deep,
over
nobody
Winterburn.
home.
Yeah, just threw it away. Meredith Winterburn picked up the ball
To Sasso.
right underneath to Maggie Sasso, who did a nice layup. Got that in. So King's working it back down. Over to McInerney, is that?
Yeah.
Yep, McInerney. Oh, tried to go back to King, but it hit her foot. Meredith Winterburn gets the rebound. And Nashua's pressing a little bit, which they kind of have to do.
Yeah. Good take by Sasso.
Yeah.
She's so
that's
deadly
what
on
you
that
need.
drive. I mean, right, left, get to the basket.
Yep, love to see Maggie doing that. So Maggie took it underneath and got a nice layup. 59-26. Duff's going to work her way back into the game for Grizzlies. McInerney works it around, over to King, back to
Good
McInerney.
ball movement.
Who's just sitting
Yeah.
right out front. That went in and out. She should have got that basket. That would have been nice for her. Ava Winterburn over to Meredith, over to Maggie. Ooh. And
Somehow
Duff
they
almost
let
knocked
that
it
one
away
go.
from Maggie.
Good luck. Oh,
Underneath to Caroline Foreman, who laid one up underneath. Foreman's got a few points now, huh?
she does. She got 7.
Caroline's doing good.
But on that last, it would have been very easy for Ava Winterburn to take that shot. He saw Caroline had the girl pinned underneath, and Caroline didn't turn like the shot was going up either. So I've said this before, that the teammates have to not pay attention to Ava and her offense, but be ready to catch the ball and score, because she's going to dish it.
And she did.
Yeah, she did.
So Gemma Panarin worked her way back into the game, along with Peyton Duff. And now the ball was hit away from Dahl, and Ava Winterburn went down there to get it.
Up.
So
And
it's going to
a
be
much easier tie up that time than the one under the
jump ball.
basket.
There was no fighting on top of each other.
Oh, no.
So Carden works the ball back over to Walker. Walker works it into McInerney. McInerney goes underneath, around Ava Winterburn and above Ruggiero, and took a nice little layup for her. Ava Ruggiero feeds Meredith
Oh, good
underneath the Gemma Panarin, who hit underneath the board. Kayla Dahl worked it back down to Grace Carden. Oh, to King. King back to Walker. Walker cuts around back to McInerney. And over to Dahl, who tries to take a 2, but she just missed that. Actually, Nashua's pretty good with their passing.
Yeah, they really are.
And Ruggiero went all the way down and took a layup.
Yeah, I said earlier, I'm impressed. They move the ball. They stay focused on the game plan. It's ball movement across the perimeter and then look for the opening. That was a good take, too.
Good take by Walker.
Yeah.
And now she was just denied there. She's had a few shots now that were good shots. It just went in and out. She just wasn't getting any luck. And Yanis works her way back into the game for Meredith Winterburn. And in for Nashua North is Kaylee Bassford.
Oh, Ruggiero. Yeah, so Penny put the shot up. Ava Ruggiero in there for the rebound.
I think Bassford's going to draw her first foul. And she's only been on the court for like 3 seconds. So Ruggiero is going to inbound this over to Gemma Panarin, who takes a shot.
Ruggiero another rebound.
It was short, but Ruggiero got the rebound. It went back out now to King for Nashua, over to Carden. King with the ball. She feeds Walker. Walker's taking a deep three, and again, just denied. She's getting lots of shots that aren't going in for her. But McInerney was right there to clean up the rebound.
She's had a great second half.
Well, I noticed now that the Grizzlies' strength was getting all the rebounds, and they still should be with their size, but they've missed a few rebounds now. Winterburn takes a deep three.
Yeah, that NBA three.
Walker comes out with the ball. Looks like she's going to try. Nope, she's going to hold up. I thought she was going all the way in.
No, good little delay, though. See,
Everybody
a little hesitation.
bailed.
Yeah, a little hesitation. Ava Winterburn dumped out to the side.
Now Winterburn's going in.
Oh.
Is that going to be a block? Are they giving that down? Are they fouling Winterburn? Or?
I don't know what he called. I'm guessing he called a travel, but.
So Ava Winterburn's coming out anyway.
Yeah,
So is Ruggiero. So we got Ava Vaughn and Dodge.
Yeah, he called a travel in the last night. It certainly wasn't a travel. It's a jump stop. Ava made a great jump stop. There was some contact, but interesting. Yeah, the official out front was calling the foul. The guy below called the travel.
Right. So you got King working it down now. So
The legal screen there.
they're going to call.
Finley.
So Charlie Finley got an illegal screen. So the Grizzlies are going to inbound this. Got Gemma Panarin over to Morgan Dodge. Dodge looks around, feeds over to Duff. And except for Vaughn, all of our starters are out.
Yeah.
So Dodge is looking around for somewhere to go, but that was telegraphed. But Vaughn still wound up getting it. Tried to feed Penny underneath.
Threw it about 100 miles an hour, Penny.
Yeah, it was a little too fast. Plus Penny had 2 people on her, so. We got Bassford going to inbound this over to King. King's going to work her way down the court. Over to McInerney, who tries to go in on Vaughn, but no go. Tries a second time, and she drew a foul this time. It's going to be on Vaughn, I think. 21, yeah.
Her first. Did a good job. You know, Duff did it earlier. McInerney just did it now. There's that little hesitation dribble to just get the defense to react. And in that case, the defense slid away, and they found an opening to drive.
So now you're going to have McInerney taking 2. 63-30, so the Grizzlies are up by 33, now 32. As the score is 63-31, McInerney sinks the first foul shot, takes the second, and makes 2 nice ones.
Yeah, she's had 8 in the second half. She's had a really nice second half.
Yeah, she's been on a run, so. Duff with the ball now, outside for the Grizzlies. Tried to go deep to Morgan, but she was reaching in.
Yeah,
so.
Morgan claims she never fouls anybody, so.
Right, well.
She snuck that one in there.
There was a foul.
Yes.
She didn't touch the ball, she touched the player.
Yeah.
So
McInerney again.
This is the only bad thing. You put the wrong player on the line, so McInerney, but again, there's no danger of
2 minutes
game
to
slipping
go.
away. McInerney, though, hits another free throw.
Yeah. Ironically, she missed her first 2 free throws tonight and then has hit 5 straight. So, see if she makes it 6. She
And
sure
she
does.
did. Nice swish. So, Panarin inbound this to Morgan, back to Panarin.
Oh, good
Into
look.
Duff, to Penny. Penny throws it out to Morgan, kicks it out to Vaughn. Oh, Vaughn was thinking about the three.
She was.
Over to Morgan, who's wide open for a three. Just missed. Morgan
Good
got her
hustle.
own rebound from hustling, yep. Panarin. Nashua all over. Now Penny's going to take a three. Went too far, but Vaughn now got the rebound, and Vaughn puts
Good
it up
foul.
and draws the foul. That's good. Again, what I'd like to see is just more of the passing.
Yep. Good chance for everybody to touch the ball, move it around, get some shots.
Right, just kill the clock. A minute 23 left. 63-34. Vaughn's on the line. And she hits a free throw. Working in for Nashua is Nanya Ross, and she's coming in for Natalie McInerney. So Vaughn's on the line. She's going to take her second shot here. Vaughn puts it up just off the back rim.
Boy, she hustled after that one.
She hustled up
Wow.
the rebound.
Yeah.
Going off Vaughn. So now Basford's going to inbound this over to King, and King's looking around and working it down the court. Over to, who's that, St. Pierre?
Yes.
And St. Pierre sunk that in. You got Morgan Dodge working it back down. Just slow down. Gemma Panarin over to Vaughn. Intercepted by St. Pierre. So St. Pierre's coming down. And she's going to take a three. Just missed. Basically here, it's just working through the next 30 seconds. And Nashua did a good job of following that up.
Absolutely.
And it was number 4,
Finley.
Charlie Finley, I think, got that one. So that's her first basket of the night.
Come on, D. Come on now, D. Let's go.
Panarin with the ball, feeds Vaughn on the outside. Vaughn kicks it out to Morgan Dodge. Morgan's now just slowing this down, which is good. 14 seconds left to go. Outside to Panarin. Panarin over to Vaughn, back to Dodge. Dodge is going to just back off. 4 seconds. 3, 2. Well, this is how this game will end. It's 64-38. The Grizzlies pretty much in control, really, the whole game. A lot of dominance here. So, how did you see it?
You know, there was a little point in the first quarter. I think it was a little tight, figuring things out. Ava Winterburn finished with 25, so right about her average for the season. When the Grizzlies got going, it was the fast break. It was pounding it inside, some key three-pointers. And this Nashua team, I tell you, they were scrappy. They were really scrappy, undersized from the jump ball on, much shorter than the other team. But they hung in there, and I was, impressed by a few of their players. And, one of who's a sophomore, I think Duff, he's a great player.
Oh, Dahl?
No,
You mean Kayla Dahl, number 2?
No, Duff. Who's
Duff. There is
Walker?
no Duff.
I've already lost my mind.
Oh, Walker was their leading scorer.
10, Aiden Walker, yeah.
Yeah.
Aiden.
She's a sophomore.
Yeah, she's a
their
sophomore.
leading
Yeah,
scorer. She played very well.
She played well.
So we're going to have 2 new segments tonight. We're going to have a Rose Between Two Thorns for the interviews, and we're going to have the Coach's Corner, and we'll get Coach Largy's thoughts on the game too.
We're adding a third mic, so this will
we're
be
adding
a big experiment.
third headset, and we're gonna double team our interview victim. So we're gonna take a quick break now, and we'll be back in just a few moments with some interviews.
tension is rising, so thick we just might choke. But if we keep moving, it ain't us that's gonna wind up broke. Some people might think we're crazy, but crazy is all we've known. It's probably that they just ain't ready. That's why they're going up in smoke. We're giving this all we've got. We're taking our only shot. On a tightrope, we're surviving. Yeah. Trying to make it to a new horizon. This moment feels so cutthroat. So cutthroat. So cutthroat. The stakes get so much higher when it's so late on the line. But we don't feel no fear. We ain't got no kryptonite. We're giving this all we've got. We're taking our only shot. No, no. On a tightrope, we're surviving. Yeah. Trying to make it to a new horizon. This moment feels so cutthroat. So cutthroat.
If you're gonna make it, you better remember that only the strongest survive. Give it your all and be willing to die for the reason that you are alive. Answer the call when you get it, or all you gon' be is to be left behind. It's see is believing, don't leave them a reason to leave. Leave it all on the line. Ain't about to buy what they selling me. No time for the lies that they telling me. Not waiting for handouts, I know where I'm going. I'm leading the charge like a felony. So let the haters keep spitting that venom and thinking it cuts like a knife. They fueling the fire, the passion's ignited. Can't stop me from shining, cause now is my time.
We're giving this all we've got. We're taking our only shot. No, 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 no. On a tightrope, we're surviving. Yeah. Trying to make it to a new horizon. This moment feels so cutthroat. So cutthroat. So cutthroat.
Moving forward.
Good evening, Goffstown. Welcome back to the Grizzly Den, where we'll be doing our inaugural kickoff interview segment, which is entitled The Rose Between Two Thorns. And our very first rose is going to be Caroline Foreman. And actually, thought right away you had an outstanding game tonight. 7 points. I think you kind of stuck out the whole time you were out there. So and you had a beautiful 3, and you should have had 2, to be honest with you. So tell me, what was your plan coming in? And
My plan was to shoot my shot, rebound, get open, help my team out, and score some points.
And you did.
Yeah.
You did all of that. So it's the 3 something that you work on, because you seem to take a lot of threes, and you're pretty good at hitting them most of the time. So that's pretty good. So how much time do you actually spend working on that?
Well, at practice, this whole week we've done a lot of shooting because we knew they play zone, so the threes were going to be open.
Gotcha.
Good. One of the things I noticed tonight is you were looking to crash the boards. We talk about all the time where Ava Winterburn's got the height advantage, big arms, 8 feet tall, that her teammates can jump in there and help with the rebound. So what's your mindset when you're going in and trying to crash and get some rebounds for the team?
Well, as soon as the ball goes up, I know I just got to go after it, go get it. Even if my teammates are there, I can still help out.
Absolutely. Talk a little bit about this team. This was a younger team, this Nashua team. What was your game plan going into it tonight?
Our game plan was just to play Goffstown basketball and run our plays, get a bunch of our team in. We got some younger people in, get some minutes, some points even.
Absolutely. There nine Grizzlies scored tonight. So we were happy to see that.
Yeah, that was a good mix-up. So to you, what's Grizzly basketball?
Playing together, driving, kicking, getting rebounds, just supporting each other and being happy when another person scores.
Yep. And I think we did that all around. Got a little chippy in the third quarter. So, I mean, there was certainly some aggression there. So let me ask you this, too. What was Coach Largy telling you guys in the locker room?
After the game, he was saying that we're a team. There's 4 other people on the court. You need to get over what just happened. Next play,
right.
and move on.
And just keep moving on.
Yep.
And, well, you did a good job of doing that tonight. So,
and one of the chances by doing this over here is I spend less time yelling at officials. Yes, less time yelling at my daughter on the court. Is there anything that's in the back of your mind when you're playing, like, oh, my dad's telling me this. I know what he's watching or what he wants me to do.
Well, I know you want me to turn to the basket, square up, and shoot.
Yeah, absolutely. And it happened, twice tonight, and I said that she had great position.
Yes.
Ava Winterburn, it looked like she was going up for the shot.
The last
Yeah,
basket.
she faked me out, too, yeah.
Yeah, you still sealed the girl. Go back and watch
Right.
it.
The
You
last
sealed her,
basket
and she
she got.
dumped it in. Yeah, so,
Yep.
all right, I just wondered what goes through your mind when I got this on and I can't yell at everybody on
Well,
the floor.
see that? You make an impression, Rob.
See
You're
that?
still going through
I
her
know.
mind.
I know.
So, again, Caroline Foreman, first star of the night. We'll be right back with the second interview, Ava Winterburn.
Yes.
Okay, we're back here with the one of our stars of the game, and of course, leading scorer, not only the game, of the season, of the year, of the league, Miss Ava Winterburn, and really it was a heck of a game tonight against, well, let's call it a scrappy team, if not really. They're not good at putting up victories, but they're certainly scrappy. So what was your hopes, or what was the plan going into the game?
Yeah, definitely to push the ball. We knew that they were going to be in a 2-3 zone, so we definitely worked on our zone offense for a couple days, and just really looking to play our basketball and control the tone of the game the whole time.
Yeah, I thought you looked great underneath. I mean, obviously it's probably easier for you too when you're playing a team at this size. And one of the things that was like stark, I mean, I noticed it right away from the opening tip-off. I mean, there was a huge height advantage for Goffstown. I mean, when Ruggiero is looking down at people, you know that you're playing against a smaller team.
That's true.
So was there a different kind of a plan with them than you've kind of had like up in Concord? Was the opposite? That was a bigger team, or Memorial?
Our bigs definitely wanted to play more of a post game versus Concord. We wanted to stretch out their post, but North didn't have any true posts. So we wanted to get our post players to play the post game, block to block, versus trying to stretch them out. So that was definitely the game plan going in, and just playing our game.
All right.
One of the things Bob and I have talked over and over during the telecast is that from 8 to 10 feet, Ava's money. That's your sweet spot. I mean, if you pull up there, I know it's going in. I'm already jotting it down. A couple of the things we've been impressed with over the last couple games is your maturity to find your teammates who are open. There was a play tonight, we just talked to Caroline about it, where I think everybody on the floor but you and her thought you were shooting. You kind of went up and then found her. She sealed her defender and you dumped it down, and it was an easy basket for her. So kind of talk about your maturity and looking for your open teammates and sharing the ball.
Since we know that all the teams are going to key onto me, it's important that we find our open teammates, and just playing together with these girls for so long. I mean, I know where people are going to be. I know I can find the open pass, and I trust my teammates to knock down the shot every time because, they're my friends, they're my family, and I trust them 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a common theme we're hearing about. They're playing together and playing as a family.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Now, beside obviously family with Meredith, so there's family there.
Legitimately.
Legitimate. The thing is, what does it do for the team, or how do you find that it helps you guys? The fact that you guys all genuinely like each other, hang out all the time. I mean, how many times have I run into you just not even on purpose? At this point, you might think I'm stalking you, but actually, I show up places first, and you guys are there. But the thing is how does that change the dynamic on the court and with your play? The fact that you guys are all so close and really good friends.
Yeah, we're all able to pick each other up, and if I know that someone's in their head, you either know if they need their space, or you need to hey, you got this. We know each other in that sense, and we're able to just play off each other and know where each other's going to be, know what we need, and it really just helps the chemistry because I don't get mad at my teammates very often, so I think that's because we're all so close, and it really helps on the court.
I'm not one that likes to look past the next opponent, but the next opponent is Spalding, and I think we know what they're going to get. They'll be scrappy, physical, but that next opponent is Bedford. And that's a true test. We played BG opening game, and they were, a little bit better than us that night. We've had, 6 or 7 games under our belt plus the tournament, so 10 games or so. Heading into that Bedford next weekend, what will be our focus? They have 2 really good players.
Yeah, we just need to, shut down the All-State players. They're really good, and obviously we respect them a lot, but, we want to take them away and make their other players score. So, which I'm sure is everybody's playing against them, but, we just have to execute.
We talk every night, and one of the first things we said tonight, and of course we said it last week too, the key is for in this case Nashua North, or last week Memorial, is finding a way to shut down Ava Winterburn,
right.
And so far nobody's really found the key to that. So that's true. It's easier said than done. A lot of the teams now, and like Rob brought up last week, he was talking about how all the teams now scouted. You guys know your opponents. Your opponents also know you.
Yeah.
And they've seen gameplay. They know what Goffstown likes to do. They know how you like to play. They know how you personally like to play.
Yeah.
And they're going to try to shut you down. Are there things that you look at differently, or you try to do differently now because you know that they're going to, try to prevent you from taking some of those 8 to 10 foot shots that you can sink all the time and force you to do something you don't like?
Yeah. Well, I was going to say pass to my teammates, but then you said something I don't like, so now I got to change my answer a little bit.
Oh, that's something I don't. Wow.
No, I was going to, like, when they're keying on me, passing to my teammates is the most important thing because I'm going to draw 2 or 3 defenders, and then the kick-out's wide open all the time. So that's definitely what we need to do when teams try to shut me down. But, yeah, I think stretching, being able to, like, get stretched, and then people have to, front, and then taking them to the basket is something that I like to do when people are fronting me.
All right.
Good. Well, congratulations. Another great game. We're on the road for a couple games next week, so time to get the bags packed and let's take the show on the road.
Yeah, I know. Let's keep it going.
Yeah.
All right. Ava
Thank you.
Winterburn did a
Thank
good
you.
job. Next up, Coach's Corner. Coach Largy, we'll hear what he has to say.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And here we are with our inaugural Coach's Corner segment. We're going to name this the Coach's Corner. Our interviews, as I might have mentioned to you earlier, is called The Rose Between Two Thorns.
It feels more like Coach is cornered right now.
Coach is.
A play on words.
Yeah.
And I think the differential in size and overall height here is very similar to what it was
we
during
kind of
the
just saw
game.
that. Yeah.
I thought it was very stark right from the onset. One thing we're talking to Ava Winterburn, obviously one of our stars. The other one was Caroline Foreman, who we wanted to interview and, of course, talk to you. But one of the things we were talking about with her is that obviously she has real family in the team with her, with her sister Meredith. But how is it for you to be coaching a team that really is so tight and so close together? I haven't really seen it in a few years. Not this kind of togetherness sort of and family sort of feeling you're getting.
It's honestly unbelievable. It's a great experience. It's something we've tried to be, to build this. The relationships are so key in any sport, and chemistry is extremely important in any capacity. And so that's always been an emphasis for us. But I think the players have just bought into it, and it's just who they are as people. It's just who they are as individuals, and they really genuinely care about each other, and they root for each other and for each other's successes, and it makes it a lot of fun. And it makes it really easy to go to work every day and get to enjoy, what Goffstown basketball is right now.
Yeah, as just a follow-up to that is that, these girls obviously, especially the seniors, have now played together for a while, so they're a core group. And it sort of reminds me of the team from 3-4 years ago when you had Kelly Walsh and Gifford and Brennan, and they were a real tight group on and off the court. And that's almost what this team sort of feels like. It's that kind of bond going with the girls. And it makes it more exciting to watch, and I think it makes the team seem to perform better.
Yeah, and I totally agree. That was a different group. I mean, they were very close, and they were bonded, and sometimes that was functional, and sometimes that we had to work through
like any family.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what it felt like. We referred to it as family those years, and this feels even in some ways closer, right? Like those kids will always be a part of our basketball family. But this group is far more like, I saw 6 of them take off in a car today to go get pliables, their pregame ritual. And, that's something that just happens on the regular. And a big part of it is who we have, is just the people that we have, the seniors who have maintained those relationships, built those relationships, and really value each other.
Yeah, I would agree. They are fun to watch. They're cheering for each other, standing up, and on the bench, those who are on the bench giving cheers for their teammates. Talk a little bit about what your strategy was. I mean, it was clear what Nashua wanted to do, kind of pass the ball around the perimeter, eat some clock, make a mistake and hopefully either cash in on a 3 or drive to the basket. So how do you defend something like that? I mean, you guys were head and shoulders at every position with height.
Right.
How do you defend that?
They do a lot of really good things off the ball. I really respect Coach Utilli and what he's done at Nashua North and what he continues to do there. And in terms of offensively, they move the ball really well. They create brush screen situations for each other. They put you in mismatches and things like that, and that is their big thing. They know they're at a disadvantage underneath, and so they're really size-wise, they're looking to shoot the 3 and stretch you out.
I agree. One of the things we talked with both Ava and Caroline is there was a point in the second half where Ava had the ball on the perimeter, and I think 8 of the 10 players on the floor thought, well, Ava's going to shoot, and they turned to the basket. Caroline kind of sealed her defender.
Yep.
Ava went up. It was a great dump off and an easy 2 points. So, when you're coaching a superstar that can score at any different method and time in the game, keeping your other players engaged to say you are important, you're going to be there, Ava's going to find you. I know you work on those things. And is it getting easier?
She has come in with a mindset this year of I want to get better. And I think that's been her 3-year mindset. Like every year coming in the gym, I want to get better, I want to get better, I want to get better. I think this year her mindset was, I want to get everyone else better. And so, like, that's such a difference in, like, just making the extra pass at all. And it's stuff that we've been preaching for 3 years. And to see sort of her maturity in that is really, really cool, because it's hard to guard somebody that can score inside, outside, and then make the right pass and the right play at the right time.
Yeah, and we've actually, giving Ava some credit, she did it a few times.
Absolutely.
Caroline, she also fed Penny at one time down low. And this team was a little different. It got a little chippy in the third quarter.
Yep.
I know emotions got a little high.
Yep.
How did you see that playing out, and sort of what was talked about? I know that was probably the theory in the locker room.
That was a big
We didn't want to
thing.
bring it up to Ava or Caroline, so saving that for you, Coach.
Like every game, what you want to have happen is something that you can learn from and that you can, go back and look at and try to get better at. I think if things had gone smoothly, as they had, I don't know how much you get out of a 35-point win where, you don't face any adversity at all. So, that's something that we've got to work on, and we've had in the past is just kind of letting our emotions get the best of us, and collectively, I think we just have to do a better job of kind of keeping those things in check. And it's coming from a good place though. Like they just want to work hard and be successful and do well and do the right thing. And so, anytime there's any sort of let up, they hold themselves to an extremely high standard. And I think that's where those emotions come from, and that close bond, right? So and it's like those are all positive things, and you just got to kind of keep things in check.
And what I would say, I don't think you're taking any credit here, and you deserve a lot of credit. These girls play hard for you. You've developed an atmosphere and a team and a program that's just skyrocketing, going up. And there's kids on those younger teams. I'm watching the JV game this afternoon, and you're building it from below and moving up. So kudos to you. These girls fight hard. They understand the mission every day.
Yeah.
When we talk to them in these post-game, they're giving us, well, this is what our focus was. This is what we did at practice. Great job, Coach.
And it's the whole coaching staff. Coach,
absolutely.
Coach Bracey, Coach Cass, they add so much to what we have. I think it's the whole collective that really works and has really grown and bonded with and identified and formed that identity with this team. So
Absolutely. Well, it's Friday night. We want to head home, but kind of give us a quick glimpse for next week. We're on the road. It's a road trip.
Yep.
Spalding and Bedford. What do we got to look forward to?
Well, we can't look ahead, right? So it's a good win to get tonight, but we can't. Yeah, Spalding is a very, very good basketball team. It's a tough place to play. It's a long bus ride, and they've got 5 kids that can all score the ball. They can all shoot it. It's similar to this North team where 1 through 5, anyone can have a good night, and they have size. They're super aggressive. They're super physical. Spalding's a very, very good basketball team. It's a game, we know we can win, but it's going to be a big challenge. So it's just getting mentally ready for that next one, and after that we can look ahead to Bedford. Yeah.
Sure.
And Bedford's going to be a challenge, of course, next week, which I'm sure everybody's looking forward to. But you're right. The hard part is going to be checking the emotions and not looking past Spalding, because that could be a problem.
Yeah, a bit of a trap, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of teams have done it this year, and Spalding I consider them one of the top 6-7 teams in the state. I really do. So we'll have our work cut out for us for sure. So
all right. Well, again, Coach Largy, thanks for joining us in our first Coach's Corner. I'm sure there'll be more. And that's it. We're signing out. And live from the Grizzly Den, we're done.
Have a good night.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.
If you're gonna make it, you better remember that only the strongest survive. Give it your all and be willing to die for the reason that you are alive. Answer the call when you get it, or all you gon' be is to be left behind. It's